To become a saint in the Catholic Church, a person must undergo a process called canonization.
Oh, there's a canon.
No.
Oh, no.
I mean, I don't think that that's...
Canonization. Like, I thought they were going to maybe, like...
Did you just hear they're going through canonization and assume they're going to be blown out of a cannon? Oh, my God.
I know, I thought maybe they...
What?
Wait, no.
What are you talking about?
I thought maybe they were... I'm sorry, I'm so...
I mean, do you think in a circus that the clowns go through canonization?
So satisfying.
Happy satisfying.
Oh.
Happy satisfying.
Yeah.
I mean, back like we never left, huh?
I mean, seriously. Don't worry, everybody. Mom and Dad are no longer fighting.
I did. We got a lot of feedback after last week's show.
Yeah.
You got a lot of comments about us arguing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People said they love us even when we're arguing, and then some people were upset. They were really... Well, my mom... Did I tell you my mom called?
No.
She goes, I was almost crying. I don't like it when you guys fight like that.
Wow.
I was like, Mom, I mean, like, it's not that big of a deal. She's like, no, I was really upset. I was happy when you guys moved on.
I don't want to hear about this.
Isn't
that wow.
She was really upset.
I mean, we have to keep the show going forever because of her.
I mean, seriously.
Like, what would she do without us?
Also, she knows me very well.
Your mom.
I'm a fighter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
that this was like,
it
yeah,
was bound
you're
to
an
happen.
exhausting
I'm
person.
exhausting. She knows this.
She raised an exhausting
I'm an
person.
animal.
Right. But that's what, I mean, this is the household you come from.
Mm-hmm.
You're the fruit of her loin.
I am.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do they call them loins?
You just don't like the word?
I don't like that. It feels weird because I think of like a pork tenderloin.
Oh,
It's
I
like-
got
it's
you.
just
Start
like
thinking
loin.
tenderloins.
Just think of like raw meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
No,
know?
it's very biblical. Like
It is.
I felt a desire in my loins.
In my loins.
Like if a man said to you that they felt a desire in their loins for you, you wouldn't be like, oh my God, that's so romantic.
And like I read a good amount of smut. Like I
Right.
do love like a smutty book.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny because I think it was on TikTok the other day. It was somebody that was driving through town listening to like a smut book on tape, not on tape, but in their car, and they had the windows down and they played it on purpose very, very loudly. And people were stopping at red lights and being like, because it was just, when you read it out loud, some of the shit in these books,
Yeah.
you're just like, what am I reading?
Do you read it like, I mean, is it like to get your jimmies off?
It's not to get off. No, I just enjoy the books. But there are certain ones, like Matt walked out of the room one time and I was like on my stomach, like just kind of like reading, like on my elbows.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Are you humping the couch?"
Oh my
and
God.
I wasn't. But like
But you kind of were.
maybe I was clenching a bit.
Right. Like because you're 11 years old.
Yeah. So good. I love the smut. So
yeah,
good.
it's titillating like that. But it hits you. It hits you on a mental level.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. And it's
right.
like good. And we're females. We're very mental, right?
You are.
Like you guys could stick your thing in like any hole and probably make it work.
It's just friction. You just
Just a
need
little
some kind of
friction.
friction. Yeah.
Right. Like Rich from Have Kids, I said.
Yeah.
He
You're from the 90s on 9.
from 90s on 9.
Yeah.
Rich Davis. He the first time he ever, well, I'm air quoting jerked off, he stuck his neck between two couch cushions. His family couch.
I feel like that's a far more typical story than you realize.
Really?
Not that I did it.
Do you remember the first time you did that?
I've
Not
never had
stuck it
sex
in-
with a couch.
First time you ever were like, whoa,
Yeah.
this feels good and something's coming out.
Yeah. But it was traditionally
Just
inspired.
with your hands.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think, young boys, sometimes here's the thing about like, I think when you're growing up as a boy and you're left to kind of figure it out on your own,
Right.
like your instincts are so off the beaten path. Like, it's like, this just makes sense. Like, I guess
I'm just supposed to do this.
I should have sex with this couch. And like,
Yeah,
that
that'll
would
work.
never occur to anybody
No.
besides a like prepubescent boy.
Yes.
You know what
You
I
are-
mean?
you
like,
are correct.
You'd be like, why wouldn't you just use a hand or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even.
I don't know. Look good. Look like a good
I
place to
didn't
stick
even
it.
think about it.
Yeah, why not?
I think your son would hump a couch.
I don't even want to know because I mean it is his hand is always on that thing at all times. I've told you. What was it? Oh yeah, Parker is in the middle of puberty class. They're calling it. I think I told you.
Right.
Right.
Is it the old sex ed?
Basically, it's like
Yeah.
when we did in health, right?
Right.
Like we
Putting
learned
condoms
that.
on bananas?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But she was saying, I was like, so what did they tell you? Because she obviously we had that talk, and she was just like explaining to me.
I love that. So what did they tell you? Already setting up that, like, I'll give you the real scoop. What did they tell you?
Well, I did, and
Good.
I didn't mean to. Okay,
Go ahead.
Because she was like, they were talking about vagina, penis sex, penis, vagina sex, and then I was like, did they talk about penis, penis sex? And I don't know why I said that.
His penis?
Yeah. And
Okay.
she was like, no, I thought they couldn't. And I was like, no, she was like, 2 men can't make a baby. And I was like, no, but they can still do it because it feels good. Why am I saying this? She goes, how? And I was like, behind. She was like, oh no. And I was like, why did I just say all of this? Why did I just tell her all of this? This happened yesterday.
Because it feels good.
'Cause it
Oh
feels
my
good.
God.
Right? Because like right now for them, she knows it's like it's just for procreation. It's just we're just trying to make babies.
Right.
No, pretty fun time.
And now it's like following that logic train. You just told her everything.
I don't know why I did that. Well, she's the one who started it. That was penis, vagina, sex, vagina, penis, sex. I was like, what about penis, penis?
Right. And now she's like, in the butt feels good.
I didn't say that. No, I just.
Well, you implied it.
Oh no.
You said they do it because it feels
Some
good.
people
And then
like
she
it.
said how. And then you went, whoop, whoop.
They know they do butt stuff.
And you, oh no.
Oh, as I was saying it, I
You
was
taught
like,
her about butt stuff by
told-
mistake.
I taught my daughter about anal sex.
You accidentally taught your daughter. Did you tell your husband?
He was in the kitchen glaring at me like, great, Nicole. He didn't even say anything.
So she knows about seminal fluid and butt stuff, thanks to the two of you.
I mean, we're great parents.
You are top
Aren't we?
tier. Top tier.
How
I
bad
mean,
is
what are you gonna?
I don't know. But then you know what? You know what? He should not be talking because then this happened the other day.
Mm-hmm.
We're laying in bed and like in the morning, on like Saturday morning, and I don't know, the kids are in and out, and then she's getting changed for something, and she comes in and she doesn't have a shirt on because we're a naked family, whatever.
You should probably chill with that, by the
Yeah.
way, if she's in puberty class.
Yeah, because guess what? She runs in, and Matt goes, not thinking like I did with the penis, and he goes, when did she get tits? And I went, oh, and then she was
she's
right there.
Oh my God.
And I looked at him and I was like, and she doesn't even have them. They're like, I could look at you. You want to die right now.
Because
right?
that's like, I mean,
horrible.
it's exact.
Horrible.
It's horrible.
Horrible.
It's like, that's like, all this stuff is like the stuff that people later on go like, what happened?
Why did my parents do that?
Well, when I was like 11, he yelled, what?
And
And then my mom, she said, what?
I know.
She said it felt good.
He was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like it literally slipped out. It was that one of those things that should stay in your head, but it.
But do you guys ever consider now? Like, here's the thing. I feel like you guys lock into a behavior pattern and you go, this is it going forward. And you don't go, life changes and evolves, especially when you have kids. You kind of have to like,
Pivot?
alter and pivot based on the growth
Nah.
of these humans. For instance, having a naked house and puberty class at the same time.
Well,
Maybe not anymore.
he's been saying I need to stop.
What is this? He's been saying stuff too.
Well, like if I'm running into the shower and I'm like, oh shit, like I need to go grab my phone because I want to listen to a podcast or something while I'm in the shower, I'll run out to the living room naked because I've got the shower running and I'm not gonna go like cover up. And he's like, your son's here now, but like he doesn't care.
Mm-hmm. But I think that you're supposed to do it before they care, because if you do it after they care, like, oh, I'm waiting for the one time that he cares. Then he's got the one time that he
But
cares.
my poor mom is gonna be like, she's probably gonna call me right after this.
What,
but
like, what are you doing?
I was in high school and we were still naked. Again, not just nudists,
Right.
but like if we're running around getting ready for a wedding or something. Like I don't
Everybody's
know,
just
everyone's not just naked,
Digging balls.
digging balls everywhere, just flailing around.
Yeah, but you didn't have a brother.
No,
A little different.
little different.
Little different. Little different. I mean, even if the brother and the sister are still naked kids,
They are still naked. In
it
front of
starts
each
to
other.
get a little different at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. So I mean, I guess
I mean, that's a wild
I
scenario.
forgot about both of these stories too. Forgot that those things happened.
I mean, and then so there's twofold here. Number one, first of all, like you guys, I think it seems like tend to go like, well, I've been saying it.
Like we should probably
Just do it. Stop saying.
Okay.
Just do it.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Just go
What a-
full Shia LaBeouf.
Wait, okay. Did you see? It's probably AI. I'm walking into like a war zone right now.
I don't
but
think so.
It was a girl saying that she actually was Shia's twin sister, and that they were like born in a cult, and that they were bred for like sex trafficking, and
No, I haven't seen this.
and that's why he's so weird.
No, I haven't seen this.
Okay, you think it's false?
Or it could be a crazy,
yeah.
crazy person. It could be.
She seemed like she knew what she was talking about.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you did all the research around that. Saw the clip. We're like, I'm interested in this. Let me check out the facts around it.
I was hoping that you had seen it too, and you could give me some info.
That's it. You see a clip that you find interesting.
Sam
you go,
will explain it.
Let me remember to ask Sam about this clip that I didn't send him. Yeah.
You know what? Another.
Yeah, but do you also think like, okay, also along that same line, this idea of I'm saying things without thinking.
Yeah, I do. What are you gonna do?
I mean, because you and your husband are both doing it, but like you could stop doing it.
I mean, there's just so many worse things that we could be doing, right?
That's not how you
Our
judge.
kids are all right. Everyone's doing
Okay,
all right.
perfect. All right, you figured it out.
No, I'll stop. But I don't know.
No,
It's
you won't.
hard.
No,
in
you
in a
won't.
New York City apartment, it's hard to be like.
I wonder what
not
the solution
naked.
to that could be.
What? Lock the doors?
No,
What?
not live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, shut up. That's that's not gonna happen.
I know, but you bring that up, and I'm like,
I know.
you know.
Another thing that I put in my mental Rolodex to ask you,
And that Rolodex spins slowly.
yeah, very slow, and it is long and distinguished. But
Yeah.
did you see the guy that I think he passed away? He was maybe a teenager, and that he's becoming a saint.
Rest in peace.
What they're doing? They're putting him in a cannon or something.
They're putting a man in a cannon?
I know. I read so little, but I thought you'd be able to tell me. But
I didn't know anything
my
about
main
what you're
question
talking
is
about.
like, how do you become a saint?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not Catholic.
I'm Jewish. I definitely don't know. You're closer.
But
to
I didn't
knowing than-
ask you.
Yeah, but I just feel like you should know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a Catholic
You
person.
don't know how someone becomes a saint?
I mean,
What did this kid do? Why is he getting put in a cannon?
so here's check this out. This is gonna blow your mind.
what?
Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna
Google
go like
machine?
this.
How
How?
do you?
Watch this. How does one
No, you're fancy.
become? By the way, a pope, a cardinal, a saint, a Christian, a judge. They're right there. Probably because we got the new pope. How does one become a saint? Okay.
How does it happen?
Okay. To become a saint in the Catholic Church, a person must undergo a process called canonization.
Oh, there's a canon.
No.
Oh no.
I mean, I don't think that that's.
Canonization. Like I thought they were gonna maybe like
Did you
what
just hear they're going through canonization and assume they're going to be blown out of a cannon? Oh my God.
I know. I thought maybe they.
What?
Wait, no.
What are you talking about?
I thought maybe they were. I'm sorry. I'm so.
I mean, do you think in a circus that the clowns go through canonization?
what happens when you die and they make you ashes?
Cremate?
Cremate. So I thought maybe they cremated you and then shot the ashes out of the cannon.
And that's canonization?
That's what I decided.
Holy
when I
Toledo.
put it in the Rolodex. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
It sounded right. Like it sounded like.
Can you call your husband?
I don't know. I asked him how you become a saint the other night, and he didn't know.
It's fine.
Okay. Why he's gonna be so mad at me? You know
Canonization, which typically involves living a life of heroic virtue, dying and having miracles attributed to them after their death.
what? Oh God, he's probably not gonna call. He's probably not gonna pick up.
Canonization by Pope, which officially recognizes them as a saint. But you were like, put him in a canon. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man. It's calling mobile map. Oh,
Try again. Try again, because this is the most. I've never heard anybody. I mean, I don't think my 6-year-old would assume this.
Oh, here it goes. Hello, Maddie. Hello. No. Why is he not? Why can't I hear him? He's definitely there.
I gotta
One more
talk to him.
time.
I gotta talk to him.
Okay. All right, it's coming. Just give it.
Okay.
Okay. Now at least I'm hearing ringing.
Hello?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's up?
Have you ever heard? You're Catholic, right?
I am.
Have you ever heard of the process of canonization?
Oh.
Like just in general terms, to be canonized.
Yeah, you're like becoming a saint or whatever.
Okay, what if I told you that I knew somebody that thought canonization involved going into an actual cannon and being shot out of it?
But first cremated.
Oh, first cremated? Not
then-
even like in a circus?
And then they put the ashes in the cannon.
Dude, your wife literally was
What's
asking.
wrong?
Your wife literally. I said I'm not 100% sure how to become a saint, but I looked it up. I was like, oh, of course, canonization. But she was like, that's what I meant. She thinks to this
thought-
moment. No. Up until what? Right now, she thinks that canonization means that you get fired out of a cannon.
After being cremated.
After being cremated, the
How do you
Pope.
even think of that? How do you even think of that?
I have no clue.
It was like it happened in my mind immediately.
The
That's
Pope not only has a Pope mobile, but also has his own cannon.
His own cannon.
And when somebody really great dies, the Pope burns the body, puts it into a cannon, fires it off, and everybody goes, "New saint!
Poof, you're a saint.
You're a saint!"
St. Patrick. Patrick was flown over the Irish Sea out of a cannon.
You think Patrick got burned up and
Well, I
blasted
thought
out of a
no, but
cannon?
what it is I thought maybe this is just how I was rationalizing in my
I
head.
don't want to hear it.
He made me call you. I'm sorry.
I
I
mean,
don't understand it. It's embarrassing.
It's not
I'm in
embarrassing.
public. No, it is. It's so.
Oh, you know
dumb
what's embarrassing?
that-
You know what's embarrassing? We're
no,
driving.
There's no reason to attack. There's no reason to attack.
No, we're
Canonization
driving.
is
We
rough.
see something that says Connie Chung on a board. And he goes, "Rest in peace." I was like,
All
"She's
right,
not dead." He goes, "Rest in peace."
All right.
And then he was like, "She's dead." And I was like, "No, she's not." And then he goes, "Oh, it's Maury. Maury's dead." I was like, "Maury's not dead either."
first of all,
Well, if Maury died and got burned, and they burned his body, and then they fired him out, it would be Saint Maury.
and like you,
Saint Povich.
you think you sitting here going, believing that canonization is the process by which a cremated body is fired out of a cannon is equivalent to thinking Connie Chung is dead.
Well,
It's-
That's not even close. I misremembered if Connie Chung was alive.
it's not close, dude.
No.
It's not close. I can tell you that you are definitely wrong, Nicole. That's not canonization. I couldn't sit there and say Connie Chung is definitely not dead. I say probably not dead, but not definitely.
Right. She had to Google it to then attack me. I did not have to Google what canonization is.
I don't even need you to tell me what canonization is. I needed you to tell me that at no point in your life did you think it was cremating a body and firing it out of a cannon.
I don't think anybody's ever even imagined to think something so stupid.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Okay.
You never cease to amaze me.
Can I hang up on him now?
Sure.
Okay, I love you.
I loved you. I loved you.
I loved you. Fast. All right. Well, can you tell me what it actually is now, so I can? This can be a
Canonization is
learning
the
experience?
official process by which a Christian communion, primarily the Roman Catholic Church, declares a deceased person to be a saint, recognizing them as worthy of public veneration and including their name in the list of saints. This process typically involves several steps, including the beatification, and requires evidence of miracles attributed to the person's intercession. So that's like saying this person is responsible for miracles. Now that they're no
Right.
longer with us, they will be canonized,
Okay,
which
so-
has nothing to
listen,
do
so-
with a military canon.
Okay, so there's a kid, or again, this could be also AI, but it's that they were saying that some kid who died, he like had cancer or something. That there were things that were miracle-esque, like then he
Or at least miracle adjacent.
yeah,
you
he
know?
did a lot of like giving back to, and he was like amazing, and he passed away. And so I thought once he passed away, they were like, oh, this kid should be a saint, cremated him, and put him in a can.
I've never heard anything like this, dude. I've never heard anything like this before.
I don't know.
This is wild.
But you know what's so crazy?
What?
It took me 2 seconds when I was reading about canonization. I was like, oh, so that's like, I didn't even like second thought. Like it was just like that immediately.
Oh, I put him in a cannon.
Oh, they must have put him in a cannon. Cool, interesting.
Well, how would you put a person in a cannon?
Well, no,
Cremation,
okay,
obviously.
I was thinking like kind of like with the monarchy, like I don't know, or like if somebody
They fire people out of cannons in
well,
the
like
monarchy?
if a president dies or something. I don't know. Don't
They
they?
don't
like,
fire them out
They
of it.
fire like guns and stuff. I
But
don't know.
it's not the body.
I don't know. It just felt like it just made sense. In my
You think
mind.
when the president dies, they cremate them and fire them out of rifles? Like, you know how many shots that would take?
No, I don't think that.
That's not what's in the rifles. There's blanks in those rifles.
Oh.
That way nobody's hurt. And they're certainly not raining president ashes down on them.
I'm not even embarrassed. That's what I thought. Sorry. Sorry.
I mean, there's no part of you that goes, I need to change some things in my life so I don't jump to these conclusions.
no, I know. Yes, the one thing I should change is I should not have just assumed that. I should look up what canonization is, but it just
mean-
sounded right. Sounded right.
Does it still sound right when I kind of break it down like that?
Yeah, it didn't sound like.
Are you not 100% sure that I'm right about
I mean, I'm still in my mind questioning you, but I'm trying to hold it back.
that? Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
there's that.
Because you're going, why would they call it canonization?
It's like a canon is already a word. It's like doesn't mean.
Well, canon is also like, is it canon? Is it storyline?
I don't know that either. I never heard that.
That's
either.
right. Like,
So
if-
maybe canon is just like a rough word for me.
it's tough.
It's a tough word.
It's tough. And honestly, you probably went to the circus one too many times as a kid.
We went to the circus recently, like the past 5 years we've been going, like every December.
How you like it?
We loved it until last year's one. We didn't like last year's one.
Why not?
Someone was on the tightrope and they fell. I was like, you're not
That's a
really
bummer.
right.
And also,
I mean,
be better.
yeah, go practice.
Did you
more.
see anybody get canonized?
No. What do they do with the cannon at the circus? I don't remember anything.
They shoot a clown out of the cannon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he flies through the air and goes into a net.
Okay. So it's a thing. So that's
no, that's
probably,
a circus trick.
right. So, but it's something
That's
that,
not how they make saints.
okay, but
That's. I mean, I don't even think that's. You already have to be an established clown. Like you don't. Your ranking doesn't go up because you got fired out of a cannon.
all right, can we move on?
Yeah.
You want to hear the other stupid thing I did this weekend?
Yeah, I was sure that we had covered it.
No. I just misspoke.
This is, by the way, an old school satisfying, I feel like.
Yeah.
We're getting back to, I feel like last week we needed to have our
Reset.
fight.
Yeah.
So we get back to our roots of being like, Nicole, what kind of foolishness are you doing in your day-to-day life?
I was at dinner with some friends, and one of our friends, his mom's just like a little bit, she's just challenging. She's difficult.
Okay.
She's tough. Whenever she comes to visit, it's like, oh, God. Like she just says things that you're like, why are you saying that? Constant eye roll. So I knew that like a week or two before we went to hang out with them, that she was going to be staying with them. And it was going to be rough. And so I said, oh my God, how was your mom staying with you? Like, how did it go? Like, and was it rough? He was like, it wasn't really that bad. And he's telling me, and like him and like my daughter did this and blah, blah, blah. And, she had just been on this cruise and then she came to visit us. And I was like, oh, your dad just like didn't feel like coming. Just like said, Mom, like dad doesn't even care.
No.
And he goes, my dad's dead. And I was at the funeral in the fall.
In the foot this year? Last fall?
I don't know what happened.
Like 8 months ago.
And I was like, I'm sorry. I know that.
Was Matt with you?
Yes.
What did he?
He was like, Jesus Christ. Well, literally, I went, oh my God, I know. But I was like, well, Dad just was like, screw you. Don't want to hang out with you. He's no longer with us. He's unavailable.
He was
He's in
at
the
the
ground.
funeral.
He was canonized.
He was canonized long ago. He's a saint now.
I just was like, I'm so sorry. We were all laughing, but like, who forgets that someone died?
Especially if they were at the
I was
funeral.
at the funeral.
I mean, or at least like, just in case I forgot that they died, let him finish the story in case he's going to explain.
I was like, just trying to be like cute, funny.
Right, how'd that go?
No, well.
No.
Yeah. So I think that's it for the dumb things that happened in the past. That's a lot of dumb things.
In a week.
I told her about butt stuff.
And by the way,
I thought canonization was shooting someone out of a cannon.
how amazing is it that you were just asking me about becoming a saint? You had no idea up until you proposed that question to me. You had no clue that the canonization thing was idiotic.
And I had no intention of talking to you about this. I just remembered I had asked Matt, and I thought maybe it's something, because I thought it was like a big story. But
Matt probably had no idea what you were talking about because you're talking about firing kids out of cannons.
I didn't say it to him. He's just learning that now. I just said, do you know how someone becomes the saints? And he was like, I actually don't. And then
Right.
it's like the end of the discussion.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm really glad we looked it up because you're like, boom,
Yeah.
canonization. I told you.
I know what it is.
I told you.
You know what happens at the circus? Sort
Right
like
out of a
that.
cannon.
Kind of
Right.
like that.
And then your friend's dad dies. And you,
Yeah.
That's nice.
Forgot. So
That's
yeah.
nice.
All right. What dumb things did you do this weekend?
I won a Little League championship. You know, I mean,
Were you? How many coaches were there,
3.
including you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you were like the main guy?
No.
Were you the general manager?
No, I was a big morale guy for sure.
Oh, big morale guy.
Big morale guy.
Did you finger gun it?
No finger guns. Trying to keep all the kids motivated. I believe in positive reinforcement. Because a lot of parents it's negative reinforcement.
Right.
'Cause
What
they're
are you doing? You gotta do right. Yeah.
I mean, they're your husband.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's him. He goes at the end of the season. Last time he struck out.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, you gotta swing the bat to hit the ball.
That's not cool at all.
Isn't that nice?
No. Instead of being like, hey.
Well, he didn't swing, and he can swing, and he can hit that ball pretty hard. So he was just
Yeah,
like,
but if he's mentally off,
right, then he was
having his parent
say that.
shout at him
Yeah.
and belittle him is not going to put
Well-
him back on his game.
You know the way we parent.
Poorly. I'm kidding. Obviously. No, so that was good.
That's fun.
You know, that was a big
On Father's Day, you did that, right?
Yeah, big morale boost. And also, so I coach in the dugout, coaching third base.
Oh.
You know, and it's just a matter of like get over here.
Yeah.
Get to me. Get to me.
Yeah, it's not
get to
really-
me.
yeah.
And then when they start going, I go, all right, stop.
Yeah, because they want
Stop."
to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they like to steal? All the kids are steal happy. They can't stop trying to steal.
They love stealing. They go, one kid is like, I'm going to steal home. I'm going to,
You
bro.
can't- you're not allowed to steal
do
home.
not steal home.
You're not allowed.
Of course you're not allowed. Don't steal home. Just stay here. Go when I
No,
tell you.
I think I'm gonna do it, Coach.
No, dude, just go when I tell you.
Are you Coach Sam or Coach Roberts?
Probably just coach.
Okay.
The last kid, and we won the championship on a mercy roll,
Oh.
which rules.
I do love the mercy roll.
But this kid, he knew his math. He's on third base, and his dad is the main coach. And his dad goes, 0 outs. If the ball's in the air, don't run. And he goes, okay.
And then he ran.
And then he looked at me and he goes, if I hit the base, that's the run that wins the game. And I go, yeah, you're right. And he goes, I'm running as soon as the ball's in the air. I go, go for it, dude.
Why?
You should definitely do it. Go for the glory. Because those kids, I've been watching these kids all game. They're not catching it.
And they didn't?
They're not going to catch it. Go get it. And God forbid it happens. We get 0 outs. We'll get 1 out. Big deal. We're going to get another run. We're going to win.
I'm sure
the game.
his dad would be pleased that you went against him.
I was like, do it, dude. Get this glory.
And did he get the glory?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
Yeah, he
pleased
did.
with what you told him.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I love you.
So
You're just like in the corner, just like feeling, just stirring the pot a little
Get
bit.
it.
Yeah.
Get it, bro. Get it. You'll never regret this. But I will tell you, when we were talking about feedback on the show last week, I didn't want to dwell in the negative.
Yeah.
So when Hot Dog was like, I'm going to make a clip from Satisfying, do you want to do the fight or do you want to do your social awkwardness? I said social awkwardness because I was like, obviously fights are entertaining.
Yeah.
And if people watch the episode, they'll have plenty to say about it.
Right.
But like, I don't. So I put up that clip. But
Yes.
Stupid. Because guess what happens?
What?
You put the clip up, people on my Instagram,
Or like,
I saw you at the party.
oh no!
100%. 100%.
And so now they know your deep dark secret that you were horribly uncomfortable.
And they were like, I thought there was something going on. They were
For
like,
real?
one person was like, I caught that vibe.
Oh, Sam.
But then I was like, listen, it's probably a good thing because if they thought I was being not cool and now they know I was going through struggle,
Right.
that's a good thing.
But now they might like baby you a little bit and try to like keep the convo going because they know that you don't know if you can do it.
Or it would be really funny if it was somebody that I actually didn't like. And I was like, no, I was definitely actually cold shouldering you. Like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Don't you
okay,
try to be
okay.
nice to
Right.
me. There was no uncomfortable. I don't want to talk to you.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah. People who were at the party were like, they saw it.
The only time I've ever gotten myself, well, that's not even
And then
trouble.
there was like one comment on it that said, I thought you were just quiet.
I have to go back and look. But the only time I've ever got myself into trouble for something that I said on the air, well, I mean, other things, but like actually because I was talking smack. We are not friends with them anymore, but this couple, they got married. They had a really gross, you may now kiss the bride. Like they were like, I saw their tonsils. They were like, that it was sloppy and gross. And I talked about it. And then they heard me talking about it, making fun. And like, that's, yeah. So
Yeah.
you gotta be careful.
You got to be careful.
Sometimes like being on the radio, like, right, you forget that you're talking to millions of people, but like you're in this like little safe studio box.
Right. And you're like, if I don't mention any names,
We're good.
it's like, bitch, I heard you.
No,
I
we
know
don't.
exactly who you're talking
That
about.
ended the friendship.
Yeah. So, but also now that it's confronted, maybe I'll be forced to deal with it. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Just
So-
take it head on.
Yeah. Classic episode last week for sure.
Yeah.
I've been watching I watched the Gilgo Beach Killer documentary
Was
on
it
Peacock.
creepy?
It was great because,
What was his thing again? Is this like what was he into?
he would pick up prostitutes and kill them and
Like did he sleep
leave
with them?
them.
Sleep with them first?
I don't know.
Sleep with them after he killed them? That's a thing too.
Very possibly.
Who did that? Dahmer? He just ate them.
No, Dahmer ate them. Ed Gein, who was the inspiration for Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Silence of the Lambs and all these
All the
other
things.
Psycho, Norman Bates, he would actually like dig up corpses and have his way with them.
Oh yeah, necrophilia.
Necrophilia,
Yeah.
yeah. But
I know necrophilia, but I don't know canonization.
you don't know canonization. Yeah, of course you do. You know all the philias. Yeah, so like, yeah, he would kill, these sex workers. But the most interesting part of the thing is that he's one of these guys like BTK who is a family man. And so they spend a lot of time with his wife and daughter. And they're from Long Island, obviously. That's where Gilgo Beach is. But like his wife is so like
normal?
No, she's not normal.
Oh.
And is like, this is bullshit.
Wait, but I need more. Bullshit how?
He didn't do any of this.
Oh, she doesn't believe he did it.
He didn't do any of
But
this.
isn't there like proof?
Her hair was found on one of the bodies.
Was she part of it? Or no, it was just her hair
No, it was her
on
hair
him?
on him. That's what they think anyway.
Yeah.
And she's like, says who?
Okay.
Okay.
Says evidence.
Yeah, it says who.
Yeah.
And then they're like talking to her. They're like, most of a lot of the killings
Mm-hmm.
happened while you and your daughter and son were on vacation that he didn't go with you guys on.
Why wasn't he going? He had to work?
Yes.
Well, he did his work.
Yeah. And she goes, and she goes, Yeah, no, I know why he wasn't there. He was doing construction on the bathroom.
Obviously.
She's like, that's bullshit.
I did not know that. I was under the impression that she was like heartbroken, couldn't believe that her husband did this.
No,
Or maybe she maybe did that at the beginning. No,
She doesn't think he did it.
ever. What about the daughter?
The daughter has come to terms with the fact that maybe he did.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe he did. And it took her like, some time and everything.
Oh man.
And I would think it'd be tougher for the daughter to come to terms with it than the wife. Because
it's the kid. It's like
you don't have a context for your parents outside of being your parents. I mean, you know them as people, but they didn't exist outside of being your parents.
But that's why it's so hard if with anything, like with divorce, or if anything happens with one of your parents and then you find out, like, I don't know, they're like an addict, or they're cheating, like, oh, they're
or even
human.
they're just dating again.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
What? You're this is weird.
You have everything
Yeah.
together, and they're
Yeah.
like, I have nothing together.
Right. Zero.
Yeah. Or like, I'm
You
the
think-
Gilgo Beach killer.
Right?
Like,
How
that'd be-
many girls? 6
Well, 0 right now. He's only accused.
of.
They keep finding more.
Okay.
I think it's up to 7 or something.
All
like that.
right.
No, they keep finding more, and now they're going like, oh, he spent time in Vegas before he was married. Oh, we have unsolved murders in Vegas too.
Oh, so he might have been at this for a while. All right, he had his moment.
He did. Yeah, there was one
Good
part.
run.
There was one part where they were talking about like the one person who saw him, like he went to a prostitute's house, but she had a scam going where her roommate, and I admired the scam, where she would get a John to come over and pay her, and they would start, and then her roommate would come in pretending to be a jilted ex-lover and go, "What are you doing? That's my girl." And then the guy would run out of the house.
Oh.
And you get to keep the money.
Very smart.
Very smart. So they said one of it was him one time.
Oh, and that was bad move.
Well, no, they chased him out of the house and it was fine. But then he kept texting her.
Yeah. Wrong guy.
And then she decided to go like, okay, I'll go to his place.
Then
She did not come home.
Or
She did not come home. No. No, and he had like a room with like a safe door on it that nobody was allowed to go in.
In the house?
Yeah.
What did he
basement.
tell them it was?
It was just a gun room.
Oh yeah, we're just trying to protect you.
Right. And they were like, that's a kill room. And she goes, bullshit.
Wait a minute. Was it kill room like you style?
No, it wasn't nearly as elaborate. I have to tell you, I think the idea of somebody legitimately building an acrylic box to hold people captive in would be unimaginably difficult.
Yeah.
Especially like season 2 when you puts it in a storage locker.
Yes.
And you're like, can you imagine the amount of construction?
Yeah.
Like at some point, somebody else with
Gonna
a storage
hear
locker
it.
would be like, what is going on? And also, why is there this massive storage unit?
Yeah, it's huge.
Like I've seen like double-sized storage units, but never anything. This is a penthouse.
It's amazing.
Like I would move into
It's
it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's what they thought when they found the room. That's where he would do the killing, or that's where he would maybe cut them up, or did he cut them up? I don't even know.
He did cut them up.
Okay.
And yeah, they think he did the killing in there too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right under their nose, huh?
Well, they were on vacation.
Well.
And and it does get a little suspicious. It's one thing when like, oh, I'm gonna miss this vacation, but like when there are a lot of vacations that your dad just doesn't go with you on, and it's
Something's
fine.
up.
Yeah.
And he's not been convicted yet, just accused, and he's at trial or at trial.
It's all alleged.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's actually, I believe right now that they're having pre-trial hearings because the defense is trying to get the DNA evidence taken out of the case, which would be bad because the DNA evidence, the prosecution says this DNA evidence makes it indisputable. Like it's 100%. And the prosecution or the defense is saying, yeah, but the person who found the lab that the DNA came from,
Yeah.
not accredited in New York, so out of here.
Do you think that you could ever, if you were a lawyer, be somebody who, because I mean, you have to put everything aside and represent someone who might have done something really, really awful when you know that they are definitely guilty? Do you think you would be able to do it?
I think it would be easier for me to be a defense lawyer
Yes.
and get somebody off who didn't deserve it than it would be to be a prosecution or a state's attorney and put somebody in jail when I know they did not do it. Like it would be easier for me to let a bad guy go than to put a good guy in.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I just feel
And
like,
also I think that's way more dangerous, putting good guys in than letting bad guys out.
yeah. Like, I just don't know how somebody's like defending Diddy now and like feeling good about it. Like, how do you like,
You do have to like come to terms with this idea that I've studied the law.
Law.
I'm going by letters of the law. Like I
Right.
am making
Yes.
zero moral
Yes. There's
judgment.
no more. Yes. Correct.
Like, what is the charge?
yes.
Like, let me research the charge. How do I prove that he did not do this charge? How do I now convince a jury that this, regardless of everything else, I'm not asking you to think he's a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm sure that there is, like, to a degree, a level of sport in it
Right.
where you're like, this is a real challenge. Let me get my hands on it and, like, figure out an argument where this is legit. And you almost have to disconnect.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think that there have been times when someone is like defending someone that's clearly guilty and been like in the middle of it, like I can't do this anymore, like it's too bad, I'm sure it has happened before, but like
Yeah, I mean,
I just don't know how I couldn't. I know I couldn't do it.
that's how they portrayed the Kardashian dad
Yes.
with OJ. They portrayed him that way on the OJ show. I don't know if that's.
I think it was more that it was his friend, and like it wasn't about doing it or not. It was like I mean,
I gotta have my guys
I
back.
got my guys. Yeah.
But I'm sure that happens literally all the time. That like these lawyers.
yeah.
But it's the job.
Yeah.
It's what you sign up for, and you know, like everybody. And but I think like I think it's almost like you have to consider what you're doing to be bigger than just an individual thing. Where it is more important to make sure that that everybody has an attorney,
right,
than to make sure that that guy goes to jail.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm gonna try to keep that guy out of jail.
Yeah, I think about it all the time when it's specifically someone like horrible that like hurt kids or anything like that, and then to just defend them, I just think I would just lose my mind.
You're the defense attorney, just looking at the prosecution, like, how can you not prove this?
Just freaking do it.
Like just watching them do a bad job.
Yeah,
You're like, no,
Come on.
no, I'm just trying to lose here. But like the OJ lawyers, like Johnny Cochran and the Dream Team, they had the time of their lives getting that guy off the hook.
Yes, but I'm assuming that they aren't as moral of a human as I am.
Oh, as you are.
Well, because I just said I honestly don't think I could physically, mentally, emotionally do it. I really don't. I just don't. Like I think I would.
I don't think you could get through law school.
I know I couldn't get into law school. Although
I don't think you have to worry about it.
For someone who is like, kind of like
a ditz,
kind of like or thinks that canonization is that.
Firing out of a cannon.
Flying out of a cannon. I did have a very high GPA in high school and even higher in college because I worked really hard. I worked really hard on the thing and focused, and then a lot of that information was gone. But like in that moment, I would do it. Like I got really, really.
Do you think
good
you still do that?
Mm.
When you have things like, do you still work that way or not really?
Yeah, like if it's like something, like if it's like a project or something, I like to get done and really like make it happen. But then it's it's a little bit of like an in one ear and out the other. Like I'm done, I put this away, I have no room for it in my brain.
It's just weird that when you're singularly focused, you do a good job and get things done. And when you're all over the place, you make mistakes all the time. I just wonder if anybody's ever said that to you.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe I should just try to be more singularly focused.
That's it.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
No, you won't.
No, I
Why do
won't.
you say that?
The chaos just comes.
No, you invite it.
Like the other night, I couldn't sleep. I can always sleep. Like I can fall asleep.
Yeah, that's right. You're one of the top sleepers.
I literally could. If you were on the phone right now and I'm just taking a call, if I close my eyes like this, I could fall asleep in like 2 minutes. And I woke up to pee and I went back in bed and I just thinking of everything that I just stressed out about in my life. So I went on my phone just to scroll for a little bit, just to try to get my eyes tired. Matt's like, "What are you doing? Why are you up?" And I was like he was like
he was mad about it.
He was angry with me.
Like
get off the Instagram. And I was like, I have anxiety. I can't sleep.
Why was he yelling at you?
He was like a little bit out of a sound sleep, so I think he had just kind of like he was confused.
And also, he probably like takes on your anxiety as his anxiety. So stop your anxiety because you're making me
bing,
anxious,
bing, bing,
and it doesn't help either of you.
No.
Yeah.
And then I was like almost crying, and he was like, "All right, stop." And I was like, I can't sleep. Okay, I'm worried. He was like, "About what?" Meanwhile, he is like, he can't sleep often. Like he is up in the middle of the night for a couple hours at a time.
And you shout at him?
No, I just sleep through it. I snore right through it.
Right.
And if I woke up, I'm like, "Honey, what do you need?
Are you okay?
Do you want me to hold you?"
Right. Everything okay?
Right. That's what most normal.
Get off the Instagram.
Why do you want you never get off of Instagram? I was like, "You seriously, dude?"
I just love that. The idea that in the middle of the night.
That he's yelling at me.
Because you're obsessed with Instagram. That's probably the problem,
Well,
right?
he does not. He's always like, "Put your phone down."
Well, you're on your phone a lot, but I don't
I
think
am.
that you're waking up in the middle of the night on purpose because you really,
No.
really want to use your phone.
I love to sleep.
Right.
It's my thing.
Right.
I'm a great sleeper. Anyways, yeah. So I know that I would not be able to, and I've done a lot of very immoral things in my life, but like I don't think I could I would be up at night just going home being like, what am I doing representing this person?
But what if you were a state's attorney because you're like, I want to be a lawyer, but I don't want to defend people
Well,
that.
there's all types of lawyers, right? You can go into a specific type of law.
Sure, but what if you were 100% yes.
Okay.
But what if you were like a state's attorney or whatever, a prosecuting attorney?
Right, where you automatically just are paired up with somebody.
No. Where you
Okay.
defended.
Defended.
I'm sorry, prosecuted.
Prosecuted.
Where you prosecuted, where you were like, my job is to make sure you're found guilty.
When you probably are not.
And then you start looking at the case and you're like,
I think it's similar.
Similar or not really?
I think for me, it might be harder.
Or would you be one of those like, well, they wouldn't have accused you if you weren't bad.
Right, if you didn't do something bad. So even if you didn't do this thing,
I'm sure you did something, otherwise you wouldn't be here.
did something shitty in your life.
Yeah, you go to jail.
Yeah, you know what? Go to jail.
Go to jail.
You just throw away the key.
Get out of my hair.
Yeah, listen, I think they both would, but for me, on the opposite of you, I think it would be harder for me to defend. To
Interesting.
defend someone really, really horrible.
Interesting.
So
Yeah. I've always loved like trial attorneys. I think everything around the trial must be like hell.
Yeah.
Because it's like all the research
Right.
and all the everything.
Yeah.
But like once you're in the courtroom and you're meticulously just going through evidence,
Like what?
that's exciting.
I mean, I'm sure this happens too. I just don't understand the way that it works. But like, let's say,
You shoot it through a cannon.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Mhm.
That makes sense to me.
Right.
If you're, say let's say I'm Diddy, and like I'm like behind closed doors with my lawyer. And I say, I did all this, but like we got to get me out.
No, you can't.
You can't, because if he admits it, by law does he have to?
Yeah.
So you have okay.
Because you can't lie. The lawyer can't lie.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
So like, yeah, no, you can't.
You got to say it wasn't me, Shaggy style.
Even if they caught you on the
Red-handed.
counter, even if they caught you on the sofa,
Red-handed.
even if they caught me even on a camera.
Great song.
It is a great song.
Yeah. It would be tough.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. And then I never understand like judges that are asshole judges, like judges that have no compassion. 'Cause
Yeah.
those are the people that like
Yeah.
end up sentencing or going like, no. What do you think of the Menendez bros getting out? Potentially.
I have mixed feelings, but I don't like that. I think that they should maybe get out after watching the series that Ryan Murphy did.
Well, I mean, but a lot of people like sometimes with those series, like people are not paying attention to the case.
Yeah, listen, they did it, but I think
But nobody's saying they didn't.
right.
They're saying they did it.
Yeah, I think that
because
they were. I think they probably were horribly abused in all the different ways.
Yeah.
And I do think that like sometimes like there's a reason to kill somebody.
It is a wild thing though that they were public enemy number one. Like it was like the
Yeah.
media was like, here are these monsters.
Yeah.
These are the worst people you've ever seen in your life.
Well, because if you didn't know what was happening behind closed doors, they just looked like preppy, rich douchebags.
Buying Rolexes and listening to
Right?
Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah, but like if you were just in a time machine
yeah.
and you went from 93 to here,
Yeah.
you're like, what do you mean they're letting out the Menendez
Yeah, that
brothers?
would be crazy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, are they really going to get out, do we think?
I think so.
Didn't they both get married while they were in jail?
To each other.
No.
I don't know.
I would have totally believed it. No. I swore that they both had like, well, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could get married in jail.
Oh yeah, lots of people get married in jail.
I don't know why I'm asking you, like, you know all the answers, but like, how do
do.
you get a conjugal visit? Like, who's allowed to have one and who's not?
Well,
How long do they give you?
I think you don't need more than 3 minutes. No woman likes that. But I think I've been told.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. No woman likes
I'm
that.
good, yeah.
3 minutes is as much as
Yeah.
anybody would
This is
need.
all for you.
Yeah. I think it depends on the crime.
The
I think
crime.
it depends on behavior in jail. That's a reward,
Uh,
ultimately, you know?
and it's like, is it because somebody watching you to make sure you don't do anything weird? So they're watching you bang.
No. You get private time.
No, but I just said they're watching you and you go, mm-hmm.
I know. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know. I think I would watch because during that.
I know you would watch. You're a
No,
freak.
no, I'm not. During that.
Who's the freaky prison guard?
Whoever's watching, like, I don't know, when you're doing it, you can maybe like slip him something.
Well, I think they check them big time before they go
Like
in.
full cavity searches.
Full
and stuff.
cavity. Full cavity, because you're about to get your cavities checked anyway. So,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I saw, but there's all these but they're really smart. There's all these little things about jail life where I saw one of those docs about like this guy who escaped jail and a prison guard fell in love with him and got him out.
Oh, jeez.
And so the way they did it was the prison guard was like, I'm taking him to the courthouse. So to go to
I
the
think I saw this.
right, maybe we talked about it. They go to the courthouse, like, and she's like, I'm gonna drive the police car. He's gonna be in the back. We're gonna go to the
And they
courthouse.
run away together.
And the car is just left. And they're like, first they think, oh, he killed her.
Yes.
But then when they looked at the surveillance tape, they saw that she let him walk behind her without like securing anything.
Yes,
and
I
they go,
remember this.
oh, they were partners.
Yeah, that was
They were
juicy.
partners. But it's just like that little
Wow. Yeah.
little thing is all it takes.
Yeah, I know somebody from growing up in Syracuse, like a really close family friend, and he worked in a prison, and like he just always looked like he was going through it. It can't
Yeah,
be like
I
a
mean,
fun thing to
no.
like be
It's
around that.
Life draining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're kind of in prison yourself if that's your job.
Yeah. I am fascinated by like prison life and everything, just because it's this alternate reality that exists at the
Yeah.
same time as our reality.
Right.
And, you know, we're all within 3 bad decisions of getting there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, so, but like when Anthony Weiner was on the Adam Friedland podcast,
Yeah.
he was talking about being in prison
What did he say? It was awesome.
and how, he said it was the
great.
best.
It's the
It was the best. It was like a Club Med, he said, Club Fed. And he said that he bunked with the snack guy or whatever. There was a name for him.
Oh, the snack guy.
And what that guy does is, I guess you're only allowed to get snacks once a week,
Okay.
right? You're allowed to use the money that's in your thing,
Commissary or
your
something.
commissary, to go get snacks once a week. And so his thing was, let's say you're watching a movie, let's say whatever, you want to get some popcorn, you want to get a Snickers. This guy buys a ton of shit and just holds it in his cell.
Mm.
And then you go see him when you want something.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
But what do you have to give him in return?
Well, maybe next week you return him 2 things. Maybe you have to,
Have sex with him.
I don't know if it's all sexually based.
Feels like everything is in prison.
I feel like the sexually based stuff would probably come when you have not paid your debt.
Yes.
I think there is a way to do it without,
Yeah.
but when you're like, oh, I don't have what I owe
No.
you. Well, no, you do actually.
You do. Bend over.
You have something much more valuable to me,
Yes.
and I'll take that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, people like Anthony, and he was in it for like a year and a half, something like
Yeah.
that. So
That'd
I
be
mean,
weird to reacclimate. And
really
like it'd be
weird.
interesting to like have a doctor like look at like, I don't know, just like check you out because like you can't be super healthy in there, like what you're being fed,
Yeah.
right? Like your body
Gruel.
gruel. Prison Mike. You know what I mean? Like it just looks horrific.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I was either reading something or watching a video or something where somebody was describing that when they got out, like they were still sleeping as if every hour a guard was walking by.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean? You're
yeah.
always half asleep, half awake. Like the reacclimation. And I mean, it's the military too. Like the
Yeah.
idea of having this shared experience with a group of people that's so
Yes.
life altering. And then you get back to life and nobody's had it.
Well, that's why a lot of them like lose their mind.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
horrible.
And there's also a level of adrenaline that I'm sure goes along with all
Yeah.
of it that you can't match in real life.
No.
Like they're life or death scenarios.
No,
happen.
I think I told you my friend, Raimi, she used to be in Hawaii. She used to be an instructor, a skydiving instructor. So she would take the pictures or she would jump with them, and she's probably jumped over 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And she eventually had to go to the doctor because like she wasn't ever, nothing was like, her whole adrenal system like wasn't working.
It's probably like doing ecstasy.
Right? You do it too much, eventually you like can't get happy anymore.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
You've used all your
Got like
adrenaline.
a moth-eaten brain like my husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever seen that where they show what your brain looks like
with the
after too much
holes
money?
in it? Yeah.
But yeah, because
So she's just like, I mean, imagine that, like jumping out of a plane and just not going like, okay, yeah, this is
yeah,
fun.
it stops being a rush.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And then what's a rush after that?
Right.
Yeah.
I've never even gone once. She's gone over 1,000 times.
Skydive.
Have you ever gone skydiving?
No.
Would you ever?
I'm not interested.
Nah, what about bungee? I'd rather skydive than bungee.
I don't know. I'm not going to bungee.
Bungee sounds awful.
Both of them sound really dumb.
No, skydiving sounds like I want to do it, but Matt won't go with me.
I mean, why do you want to do it? What difference does it
It'd
make?
be fun.
No, it's not fun.
Why wouldn't it be fun? It'd be a rush.
Here's the thing.
Why do you ride a roller coaster? You want the rush.
That's very different from skydiving. You're not jumping out of a plane on a roller coaster. You're just going on a cart very fast, hopefully with some friends. You get a nice picture afterwards. You know?
Or you don't get a great picture. Ever seen some people like coming out? Do you have a picture of yourself? Oh my God, show me. Oh my God. Oh wait, are you hideous? Wait, I need to see it up close. I have bad
I realize
eyes.
you have bad eyes.
Oh, you guys look real. Oh my God, I thought this was Travis for a second.
It's not Travis.
Not. Yeah, I mean, you look like you're having a blast. These two do not look like they're having fun. You're making the perfect face.
Yeah. I'm way overdoing it. It really wasn't that. It was on Santa Monica Pier.
Did you know when it was gonna when the picture is?
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
I would be like flash him or something.
You would.
Yeah.
Even now at this stage in your life.
Why not?
I think you should.
Be fun.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. Yeah, the Santa Monica Pier roller coaster.
Yes.
It's like not like it goes tuk, 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 tuk. It goes up and then it just like goes
crickety?
here and then it just goes ooh and you're like
lame.
Yeah, there's no drop until like later. And so it's like kind of lame.
Yeah.
And so like it costs $17 to ride it.
Yes.
So like you go on it and then they just go, "All right, let's go again." And everybody just rides it twice.
Not that great. Like, how long would you say it is?
30 seconds?
Oh, that's weak.
45 maybe?
Have you ever been on something where you're like, I want to get off this?
Yes.
What?
Where I freaked out the worst and I didn't know what was going to happen was the gondola.
The gondola.
I mean, literally,
I
it's
know
just
what
like a
it
ski lift.
Oh, okay. And then what happens? You just go flying in.
No, it's literally just the ski lift where you look and you can just look around the park.
Wait a minute. Just an actual gondola you did not like.
So like my wife and I went to Hershey Park.
What happened to you?
I don't know. That's when I find out I'm afraid of heights at weird times. I don't think I'm afraid of heights.
Okay.
And then I get up high and I'm like, oh.
Did your knees feel like jello?
So like my wife and I went to Hershey Park. This was before we had kids.
Mhm.
And like we got there late in the day. And we were like, we could go tonight and tomorrow. So we're going to spend all day tomorrow there. Let's see. Oh, the gondola's still open. And so I was just like, come on, let's jump on the gondola. And we ran right there and we jumped on. And like, you know, we're just sitting in the thing and the bar's in front of us. And we're just sitting there like, oh, look at this, look at that. And we start going high. And I went,
Oh, and you just felt like frozen.
yeah, like I was like, oh my God, I'm not supposed to be this high. This isn't secure. I don't know what's going to happen here. What am I doing?
Did you cry?
No, but like my wife was sitting there like talking about stuff. Oh, look at that, look at that.
You were like, shut up.
And I was just standing like I wasn't moving a muscle.
Did she realize?
And I go, hey, Jess,
I'm freaking out.
just so you know, this is what I said. I said, just so you know, I am freaking out right now. And she was like, what? I was
My
like,
big, strong man.
she was like, what? I was like, I'm completely freaking out right now. So let's just
So
chill.
you want to know what it looks like when I'm freaking out? Not that.
Yeah, no, it was like not moving a muscle. Going like, I'm completely freaking out. Let's
Right now.
just chill. Right now is bad.
Okay.
And she was like, what's going on? I go, we're just high and it's not good.
I don't like it.
I want to get down. I need to get down.
How long was the ride?
I mean, I don't know. It felt like 6 hours. It was
Okay.
probably about
You'd have never skied before, right?
1 minute. No,
Okay,
no.
because like then a chairlift would really freak you out.
Wreck me.
Because there's nothing enclosing you. You're just like free.
Plus,
hanging.
I saw a movie once where
Yeah.
they were closing down the ski slope for the weekend.
Yeah.
And they shut the chairlift off at night
Yeah.
while there were still people on the chairlift.
My mom got stuck on the chairlift when she was 7 months pregnant with me skiing.
Why is she doing on a chairlift skiing when she's 7 months pregnant?
I don't know.
She never heard of Sonny Bono?
I know, right? And the chairlift, they were night skiing, and the chairlift
She was
broke.
night skiing.
Night skiing with my dad and a bunch of friends. She's very sporty.
You'll be fine, Lenny.
You'll be fine, Lenny. And she was up there, and I guess it broke. They were freaking out. They had to come around to each person and slowly get them down. And everyone was like, "This woman's pregnant. Get her first."
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if I'd be able to like even grab onto a rope. I don't even know how they did it. But like,
oh my God. No,
right,
no.
nothing around you that high in the air.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with any of it.
Okay. Do you freak out like when you're up at Sirius XM, like looking
No,
out the window?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
I don't care about looking out the window. But when we went to Chicago,
Yeah.
and they have those glass boxes coming off the Sears Tower,
Nah.
I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I
No.
jumped right in the box, and I looked down, and I was like, oh!
All right, so you know there's you've got a
Yeah, there's a thing that just kicks in, but I don't look at it and go, that's going to freak me out.
you can't tell.
I can't tell.
Oh, I want to be with you when it happens.
Like, I'll go, like, that's not going to freak me out. And then I'll go up and do it, and I go, I'm fucked.
because I'm gonna just grab your head and I'm gonna make you look down. And
I mean,
torture-
I'll go.
like, do you feel like you've lost all control? Like, could you pee in your pants?
I feel like I'm going to just, like,
Die.
free fall, like, and get out. Like, I'm just somewhere in the nether. You know what I mean?
Get out.
And they're just spinning that tea, and I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. You know what my favorite part of that movie is? The well, she's I think the grandmother, but she's the maid or something, and she's like, no. And I saw that right after I had Parker, I don't know, one of them, Parker Keegan, and their room. It must have been Keegan. his room was all the way at the other end. You know where my room and where that other room is, like
Yeah.
the playroom now. I had to get him in the middle of the night because he was crying and I needed to nurse him. And I was like, I had just seen that movie and I was like, the woman's going to be out there in the living room going, no, 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 no. I was like, please go get him. He was like, I'm not getting him. And he was scared of it too. That movie freaked me out.
That's a great movie.
Get Out was really freaky.
All of Jordan Peele's movies.
Remember
are
when
great.
we ran into his mom?
Oh my God. So we're walking down the street in New York City. I think we were going to Chick-fil-A because we
Yeah.
were walking kind of far.
Yes.
Maybe we were meeting Taylor Strecker.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're just
Or maybe
walking,
we were
we're
just having a lunch for
chit-chatting.
ourselves. And I was talking to you about how great Fargo was, the series, and just how amazing it was. And this old woman comes up to us, and like the sweetest old woman you've ever seen.
Oh, she was going to ask for directions or something.
Totally. And she goes, "Excuse me, were you talking about the show Fargo?" And I was like, "Yeah, we were. We were both like, what a sweet lady." And
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, my son's on that show." We were like, "Who's your son?" Jordan Peele. And she was like, "Jordan Peele." And we were like, "Holy
my
shit.
God, it was amazing.
Your son rules."
And like that's so cute because he's like a big deal. Like
But
for her just to walk up to random
That's
people.
exactly right. This is after Key and Peele. This is like he's
Yes.
Jordan Peele. Like he's already a thing.
She was so proud.
And like the idea that like the way your mom would be like, "Did you just hear it say the morning
Yes,
mashup?"
yeah.
That like his mom is still like,
know.
I really want to get him in studio so I can tell him that story.
Oh, it's a great story. Because then she kind of just was like, and that was it. That's my son. And she kind of like gave us a little wink and like
Yeah.
walked away. It was like,
and like I feel like she called him and said, "I saw some people and I
he
told
was like,
them."
oh, mom, that's
Yeah.
so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what I've just thought of right this second?
No.
What if it was like a crazy woman and wasn't his mom at all?
I think I looked her up, but imagine if
Okay.
it really was like
we believed it.
like just somebody who walks around New York City going, "Jordan."
Where are you?
Oh. All right, guys. Listen. Fully satiated?
I feel great. I'm
Great.
ready to be shot out of a cannon.
Canonized, you mean?
Yeah, let's get canonized.
Oh, what a reveal. Don't forget to subscribe across all audio platforms, Apple, Spotify, Sirius. Subscribe on YouTube.
All the places.
Listen to Satisfying, watch Satisfying every single week.
Like, subscribe, and follow.
Like, subscribe, follow.
Leave us comments.
Comments and reviews.
Rate us 5 stars, not 4.
Five. It's a 5-star show.
It is.
And we'll see you the next time.